guys, so we are fixing the split, headed to Washington. It's 12 o'clock. I can't say this enough. I would not use XPO Logistics. Don't do it.
No.
Pay anyone else, because they don't call and they don't answer until like the truck's supposed to be at your house, and they're like, oh yeah, it'll be there. But like we're 3 days behind. So anyway, we'll have our pallet whenever we get back. Ben's gonna receive it for us, and we'll have all of our parts sitting here. In the meantime, we're headed up to Washington to see if we can go enjoy ourselves a little bit. So Ben's saying he might bolt some wheels and tires on. I don't blame him. The tires are gonna look sick.
Yeah.
All right, guys, don't know what we're doing from here, but we're gonna go, and you're going with us, so let's ride.
North. More north.
We are headed up to Washington this morning. We had planned originally to come up here to go on a ski trip with some friends that Steve and I grew up with, and that's what we're headed to do now. We've got a really hard day of thrashing in yesterday. Hope you guys are enjoying this. We are working our butts off, and we are really excited, really nervous at the same time. And when we get back, we'll be able to continue and rock and roll. So we're gonna take you guys along with us. I don't know how much footage we're gonna catch up there on the ski mountain or whatever, but whatever follows this video is what we caught. And until we make it back to Ben's, we'll try to visit with y'all and bring y'all along for everything that we possibly can. So, yeah. Let's go skiing. Guys, well, we had a blast up here. Never been to Washington before, and we went and skied White Pass, and I had a great time. We have laughed our butt off the whole time. Drank way too much. So we're cutting our trip a little bit short. We had bought lift tickets for a couple of days, but we have so much stuff ahead of us with the pallet not showing up and all that we're super bummed, but we're actually going to split a little bit early and head back. But I want to take a second and say thanks to all you guys. Met some new friends and stuff. We had a really, really good time. Met some cool people up on the mountain. I hope some of those people are watching this. I think the old man Mike that we were drinking beers with up there. I hope you're watching, Mike. Cool dude. Hopefully we make it home. Yeah, we had a blast. So until next time, Washington, we're headed back to fix the travel law. See y'all there. Okay guys, well, had a lot of fun skiing, but just blasted back. About a 6.5 hour drive, and we're back at Ben's. It is dark, and we're fixing to get right back after it. Let's do it. Okay, so we were waiting on our pallet from XPO, and Elder Logistics, the guy when he dropped it off, was talking to Ben, and basically they weren't informed that the pallet had been sitting there since the 29th, which was Monday. And I've been calling since the day before that. I probably called 3 or 4 times a day, every single day. I tried to get a hold of somebody in as many ways as humanly possible, and I've left voicemails that I'm sure are still unanswered because I haven't heard from anybody. And our pallet's been throttled, and they had all of our stuff sitting there. So Elder Logistics is cool. Their driver's cool. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. As soon as they heard about it, they sent a driver. He picked it up and came over and dropped it off. Called me on my cell phone. Hey man, I got your stuff. Couldn't ask for a better setup. Elder Logistics, awesome. XPO, bad news. So I wouldn't use them for anything at this point. I'll never use them again unless I call them and they give me all of my money back for the shipping. We paid $1,000 to ship this up here, and we waited 3 days past when it was supposed to be here with zero communication. So I don't know, use that however you'd like, but that's just my 2 cents on it. So anyway, getting past that, I think the first item of business is going to be to put the tires on the thing.
Oh yeah.
Because we've been dreaming about seeing this thing with these tires on it since the moment we got the tires, and we figured out we were going to come to the travel off. So let's make it happen. Something cool we noticed the other day. This is equipped with a power lock differential, so it's both back tires the entire time. Pretty sweet. What do you think, dude?
I think it looks outstanding.
It does. There is no room for any more tire on that thing.
That it needs like a couple inches of lift.
Yeah, I think
really.
exactly. If it came up about 2 inches, it would look ridiculous. It still looks so awesome though, compared to what we had. This is like, look at this. There is no room. But, bro, now we're looking real good. Dudes and dudettes.
Brothers and brotherettes.
It's Sunday. I'm super sleepy. Been staying up editing videos, and it's like takes forever. So anyway, we're back at it. We got a bunch done. We got the tires on. We covered some ground that we didn't film. Like we got the hubs and the brakes. Wheel bearings packed, the brake shoes and stuff on. Steven put the soft brake lines on. We're kind of getting bogged down a little bit, so we're missing some of the stuff with the camera because we've been working so late, and we're like, we just got to hustle, and it's really hard to film it all. And I don't think you guys care. Some of that stuff's really boring.
Yeah.
I might have missed 1 or 2 really hilarious things where like Steven busted his knuckles and said something that would demonetize the video. But other than that, it's just been a lot of work. So gonna finish up some coffee and get a parts list together for a few things that we need from a local Napa. Heater hoses, they're looking pretty tired. Need some vacuum line to tie some stuff together.
Replace our belts.
Yeah, we're gonna get some.
I mean, they don't look terrible,
belts,
but
we'll get some backups
for
at
$4,
least.
it replace that.
Maybe a battery cable, some basic stuff. So we're trying to make a list and check it twice and find out who's naughty or nice. And then we're gonna go to town. So, yep.
Today's the last day. We have to finish this thing. I think we're gonna be driving it today and
Go home tomorrow.
Yeah, go home in the morning. So
we miss our wives and our kids bad.
And if you don't know, we're from Texas and we're in Oregon, and that's like this far across the map. Okay, and that's a long ways. So,
Yeah. We're ready to go home.
yeah.
So let's get after it. No cooler way of going to town to get parts than in an old school Travelall.
With a 392.
Yeah.
Come on.
This will be sweet.
Gotta get worked up, worked out.
It's cold in the shops. Just got back from town, rode in that really sweet Travelall. That thing is awesome. It's for sale, by the way, so if you're interested in it, you need to check out Ben's website and his Instagram. We went and got a box of goodies, so we got belts, we got wipers, we got some miscellaneous stuff, some vacuum lines and stuff like that. It's not even weird. So,
Dude, I'm just trying to get warmed up. It's so cold.
just installed Holly's retro bright lights into this thing. Thank you, Holly, very much. These guys are
huge
always
shout
amazing.
out to Holly. Our carburetor, our headlights, fuel line, inline fuel filters. We got a couple things from Holly. Much love.
Dude, you're looking pretty cool in your Wiley X business too, right here.
Oh yeah, shout out to the folks at Wiley X.
These are working great.
I'm like in style with safety glasses, you know what I'm saying?
I got some on too, so
Yeah.
they actually do work really well and they fit good. But back to the Holly Retro Bright. So this is what it looks like.
Holly.
So it looks like a factory light, like this one. And Steven's gonna pull the switch on and we're gonna demonstrate the difference between the two.
Do you think it's even gonna be different? I mean, you're talking 1971 Wagner. Let's see.
Let's see.
3, 2, 1. Ah! Holy
Bro, that
cow.
is a massive,
Dude, look on the truck right here.
that is a massive difference in lighting. Factory light, retro bright.
This will let us see the moose and the elk before we hit them. That one lets you hit them and then you see them. Dude,
That's pretty.
that is baller.
That is pretty cool. I don't really
Yeah.
want to drive this thing in the night as it is,
No.
but at least this way we'll be able to see
And
what's going
also,
on.
These things are, real quick, let me show y'all. These are super easy to install. It literally plugs into the factory receptacle. I mean, it took me 3 minutes to put this light in.
And they look clean.
They look awesome.
This is awesome. So we have to check it out at nighttime. We'll fire these things back up once we get it outside, get it running. Hopefully here, pretty quickly we get this thing running. I'm hooking up the vacuum line right now from my time port off of my carburetor. A drop-in distributor, which is from the guys at IH Parts America. This happens to be a Hamilton fuel injection unit. Very nice distributor. Got the fuel lines run. Nice P-clamp holding stuff in place. We're rocking and rolling. We are covering a lot of ground.
I also knocked out the 3 drive shafts underneath. So, I mean,
We're getting pretty close. All the brake lines are done. We need to bleed the brakes. We got our new master cylinder installed. It's 2 o'clock.
It's 2 o'clock, and we're gonna be done today.
Yeah.
At some point.
So we
tonight.
got to go get some gas. We got the wrong size V-belt. We just got dumb a little bit. So we're gonna go back and grab the right belts for that, but we do have one of the old ones on here for the alternator. So we're gonna fire it up and see if that's charging. But hopefully here in just a minute, after some heater hoses and a little bit of gas, and some plug wires, we'll be ready to fire this thing up and see what it sounds like.
Check this out. This is the first bit of snow we've seen up here. It's a lot of snow when you're from Texas. Look at her go. Saying run on Mountain Dew?
Yeah. And dreams.
Do the do.
Here we go. Yep.
Good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Only sitting for 40 years.
Yeah, not a big deal.
It sounds pretty good so far.
Okay, well, it runs. Minus a little bit of valve noise, it runs actually surprisingly well. There is no smoke out the tailpipe whatsoever. So that's pretty cherry.
It won't even puff.
No. We have a couple of like jelly mounts at the trans, so we got a little bit of fan contact up here at the shroud, but we'll see if we can figure something out for it. Otherwise, it's gonna have to self-clearance.
Yep.
And yeah, so we're gonna go drop off our rental car, grab a couple of pieces from Napa before everybody closes, and we're gonna head back and try to wrap this thing up and be ready to, I don't know, maybe try to fix a fuel gauge in the morning.
Are we kinda on schedule? Is that a thing?
I don't know. I wasn't gonna say anything about that because I'm just, if I say it, it'll be a jinx.
Well, I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
We're on schedule, folks.
Okay. We're fixing to do it. Guys, we're fixing to pile in this thing and start heading home. Woo! Dude, I am nervous.
I'm not at all. I mean, what can go wrong, really? Like, you know,
No big deal.
we have a new battery, a fresh carburetor. That's all you really need
Yeah.
to get, you know, home.
What else could really even go wrong? We got our carburetor and our choke dialed in last night. Didn't bring y'all along for that. We were way too tired. We were like skipping chunks around, but it is what it is. We're doing everything we can to stay on top of it. But it runs pretty good. It goes into gear.
Yep.
We got power brakes.
Got brakes,
Steering seems good. We got lights.
heater works,
Heater works.
windshield wipers work.
Yeah, Kevin showed up early this morning. Got the windshield wipers going. Needed a motor, so that's rare. But
Thankfully, we have, Ben, rather, has 19 parts trucks out there.
yeah, Ben,
Thank you for your parts
you're the
truck.
real VIP.
Glad we had all the used parts so we could rehab them into new parts so you guys could drive home.
Yes,
Exactly.
and Kevin, dude, could not do it without you. Big love. Thank you so much. We got our tailgate put up. We got all of our junk. We have more junk than I realized.
Two dudes that flew on an airplane, you guys got a lot of stuff.
For real. And she got a little lean, but she ain't bad. She's looking good. So we're going to go on a test drive down the road, and well, basically if it doesn't break or blow up, we're gonna put some gas in it, text Ben and say, nobody died yet. It's time to basically close the hood and get out of here.